You need to get out more often. So, how do we actually go about finding these? Well, it's easier than you think once you know what you are looking for. An estate agent has got hundreds and hundreds of properties for sale. Many of them will not be appropriate for an option because the owner is in group one, they're selling the house because they need the money for something else. But a proportion of those hundreds of properties they've got for sale will be the case where actually an option might work really, really well for that person. So estate agents is a great place to start. Let me give you a tip here. How many of you have ever seen a property that's got a for sale sign outside? Who's ever seen that? Okay? If you haven't put your hand up, you need to get out more often because they're everywhere, okay? Now, who's seen a house that's got a for sale sign and also they've got a to let board as well? Who's ever seen that? Not as many people, but about half the room. Well, think about it. What is that owner saying? They say, well, I want to sell the property, but if I can't sell it in the meantime, I'll be happy to rent it. Isn't that exactly what we're suggesting? We're going to rent it, but rather than just normal rent, we give them a guaranteed rent every month, and then we're going to buy it in the future. So if you see a for sale and a to let sign on the same property, write this down. That's a really big clue that maybe they might be open to an option. And that's with an estate agent on the open market. Letting agents sometimes have properties that they can't let out for whatever reason. Maybe the landlord's unrealistic about the amount of rent they can get. Most letting agents don't understand about HMOs. They don't understand about serviced accommodation. They might be just trying to let this property, like a flat, and it just doesn't look great. They're not letting it out, okay? Or maybe it's a large house that could be perfect for a multi-let or an HMO, but the letting agent doesn't know about that because they haven't educated themselves. So we can help letting agents with properties they are struggling to let out by taking them on and renting them out in a different way. If it's a flat, an apartment, we could rent it out as serviced accommodation. If it's a large house, we could rent it as an HMO. Again, a letting agent and an estate agent, if they don't find a solution for the owner quickly, that owner might take it to another estate agent to sell or to another letting agent to let out. So by working with the letting agents and estate agents, we can help them serve their client and earn a commission for finding someone like us to come into the property. My favorite way, though, is going off-market, going direct to the vendors, looking for people who've got a problem and they might want to sell, but maybe they don't know it yet. And we can find those people, and the reason is there's less competition. If it's on an estate agent or letting agent, everyone can see that. You can find it on the internet. But actually, we can find off-market properties. So, one of the best strategies right now is sending letters to HMO landlords. So you can go to the council and under the Housing Act, you can get the list of all the HMO properties in the area. Some councils might actually give you the personal details of the owner. Most councils don't do that, in which case you get the properties, you go on to Land Registry, and you pay your £3, download the title deeds, get the address, and write to the owner. Is that a load of hassle? Yes, it is, but that puts off most people doing it. By the way, don't just send one letter, because they may not get it. It might not be the right time. In one of our groups, we have various support Facebook groups and things. Someone put up a post. In fact, it was Piotr. Is Piotr here? Yeah, Piotr, do you want to let's get a microphone to Piotr, please. Piotr just put a post up this week about a deal that he's got. It's actually a rent-to-rent, isn't it?
Yes.
But it was someone. Tell us how long ago you sent a letter to this landlord.
Okay, so I joined the PLO Academy, the online training, 2 years ago, and I sent the very first batches in July 2017.
Yeah.
And last week, the lady just called me and said, I got your letter you sent me 2 years ago. Would you like to do the deal?
Why did she keep this letter for 2 years, Piotr?
Okay, and I asked her on the meeting, said, why you keep the letter? She said, well, it didn't work then, but I knew that day will come.
So anything else you want to add to that, Piotr?
Well, I've got a few other stuff we can do, because I've got a response from the landlord who said, because you're sending me all the time the letters, I just contact you. There wasn't a deal, but if you send in a letter, just keep
Yeah.
doing it.
So
keep doing it.
once is not enough. It's got to be a campaign of letters. Thank you for sharing. Let's give Piotr a round of applause. Thank you, Piotr. Networking at property events. Events like this, at network meetings, at big summits. People come to events like this to learn how to invest in property. People also come because they know there are people at these events who want to buy property, and they've got property they want to get rid of. Put two and two together, they can come and sell. In fact, we're going to hear a case of someone who's done exactly that later on. The bigger your network, the higher your net worth. Networking property events, and then also word of mouth, social media, telling people what you're doing, telling people you're looking to buy properties. Now, no one's going to contact you and say, well, yeah, I've got some money you can borrow, or actually my neighbour's trying to sell a property, if they don't know you do property. Don't be afraid of your social media. Get out there, tell people what you're doing.